How's it going, guys? So I just wanted to make this video to explain a little bit about how weight loss works, so in case some people might not understand what you need to do in order to lose the weight. So first off is going to be your maintenance. Your maintenance calories are the amount of calories that you burn while you are basically just laying still on if you laid on your bed all day long, that would be your maintenance calories. So generally it's about 10 times to 12 times your body weight. If you're highly active, you're going to do 12 times. If you're not so much active, you're going to do 10 times. So if I'm 280 pounds, my maintenance is going to be 2,800 calories per day, and that's going to keep me flat, neutral. I won't gain weight, I won't lose weight. Now the second thing you need to understand is that there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. So it really does boil down to calories in, calories out. It's all a math game, really. A little bit more to it than that, but it boils down to math. So you need to put yourself in a deficit. What is a deficit? If my maintenance calories are 2,800 calories for the day and I eat 2,300 calories, that's going to put me in a 500 calorie deficit for that day. And that's what you're going to need to do in order to lose weight. Now, when you're putting together a deficit, you do not want to go over 500 calorie deficit. If you go over 500 calorie deficit, you then start to risk losing more muscle compared to fat. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and buy all your foods, and you're going to look at the little label on the back of your food. Everything has a label on, a nutritional label, and that's going to have all your macros, your protein, your carbs, your fat for that meal. It's going to tell you the calories per serving for that meal. You're going to add up those calories throughout the day for each meal until you come up with a deficit. So if your maintenance is 2,800 calories, you want to add up your food until you're at 2,300 calories for the day. Now, drinks, orange juice, apple juice, pop, all of that has calories. Everything, unless it's sugar-free and says 0 calories on that label, it has calories. If you're making a peanut butter sandwich and you lick the spoon, that little lick of peanut butter could be 100 or so calories, okay? So you have your deficit. Now, if you go to the gym exercise is creating more of a deficit, okay? So when you exercise, you use your calories as energy to exercise. So you do an hour of jogging, for example, on the treadmill, you might burn 500, 600 calories. That puts you in another 500 calorie deficit. Now, when you're in ketosis, you don't necessarily have to worry about fats as much as you would if you were a sugar burner. If you're eating carbs, it's going to be harder to burn off that fat than if you're in ketosis, as if you're in ketosis, your body is literally using fat for energy instead of sugar. And also, carbs, sugar, they fill calories extremely fast. I mean, I can't remember how much calories is in a tablespoon of peanut butter, but it's a lot. I mean, you could eat a chicken breast with some bacon or whatever, fill your stomach up, or you could eat like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Which one sounds more filling, right? And they'll probably work out to the same calories. Whole foods are the best foods for you to be eating. They contain no crap. There's no processing involved in it. Processed foods are the devil, guys. Processed foods cause inflammation in your joints, in your body, all of that kind of stuff. It's not good at all. as well, I also heard, I'll add this, I also heard that cholesterol, a lot of people feel that cholesterol, high cholesterol, will cause heart attacks. It's not necessarily the cholesterol that causes the heart attack. It could be the inflammation from processed foods, which then cracks the stuff that's inside your vein or your artery, the plaque. It cracks the plaque, and that's when you get cholesterol that rushes to that crack to heal it, forms a blood clot, and that blood clot is then what causes the heart attack. Okay? So processed foods are the absolute worst thing going. Now let's talk about a little bit more about sugars and ketosis. So there's this thing in your body, it's called glycogen. Glycogen is in your muscles. It's sugar. It's stored in your muscles. Okay? And that is your energy. So if you go to the gym and you're a sugar burner, you're eating carbs, and you start running on that treadmill for 20 minutes, you are burning through your glycogen storage that's built up in your muscles and not your fat. You will not start burning that fat really until you burn through that glycogen storage, which could take 20, 30 minutes. I mean, you might burn a little fat, but you're not burning fat until you burn through your glycogen storage. If you're a carnivore diet or in ketosis, your glycogen is gone. You don't have a glycogen storage. Now, if you're weighing yourself daily on a scale, if you eat carbs, your carbs, you hold 4 grams of water for every 1 gram of carbs that you eat. Okay? So if you eat more carbs yesterday than you did today, and you step on the scale, that water weight fluctuation could fluctuate your weight upwards of 1 pound, 2 pounds, down 1 pound, down 2 pounds. Okay, so you can't really weigh yourself daily, especially if you're eating carbs, just because of that water weight, unless you eat the exact same measured amount of carbs every single day. Then you might be able to do it every day. Weigh yourself weekly, guys, and just pay attention to a downward trend on the scale. Don't shoot for a goal. Well, I mean, you have a goal, but don't be like, okay, I need to burn 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Just go at it, and just make sure you see that downward trend, trending downwards the whole time. Now, to wrap this up, I'm also going to include what I use in my schedule. So I eat basically carb-free. I do run what I call a Ketovore diet. I'm mostly carnivore, but I do like to mix a few carbs in every so often. Okay, so I don't consider myself a full carnivore, but I'm damn near close. Now, I eat at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. is when I eat my dinner. And that works out to an 18-6 intermediate fasting schedule. What does that mean? That means that I eat during a 6-hour window, and I do not eat a single thing for 18 hours after that. That, mixed with the carnivore diet and a small deficit, guys, and even some light exercise, walking is how I started. I started walking around my block, and that started melting the pounds. I've lost 60 pounds now, guys, in damn near 3-4 months just from walking around the block and eating properly and intermediate fasting. So intermediate fasting is extremely important if you're trying to burn the weight. Now, what else do? I only drink a protein shake with my coffee in the morning at 8 a.m. 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. I eat my meals, and I try to pull in at least, if I was 280 pounds, so my deficit was 2,800 calories. I might have only got 2,000 calories for the day, guys, but I would run that aggressive deficit because that's just how I felt I needed to do it. I could have brought the calories up to, a 500 deficit, but I don't mind shredding off a small percentage of my muscle to shred the fat a tiny bit faster. I'll go back after I've shredded all the fat to the gym and rebuild all my muscle. I am also 43, guys. Let me add that as well. And hopefully some of you guys get some help out of this. I just wanted to kind of lay down the fundamentals behind weight loss, so people that might not have understand what really needs to happen, how the whole puzzle fits together. Okay, and there is a lot more to it, guys, than what I just said, but this is like your base foundation of what you need to understand. And I hope this helps, guys. If it does, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to have many more recipes. I have a French toast recipe coming up in the next day or two here. Hit that like button. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And as always, guys, have a great day.